Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. So this morning as I'm sitting here and I'm reading, because I'm reading from, yep, you guessed it, Proverbs chapter 4. It is April 4th, 2023. Reading in Proverbs chapter 4, I read verses 3 through 6. I actually read the whole thing, but I'm going to read for you verses 3 through 6. When I was a son with my father, tender and precious to my mother, he taught me and said. Solomon's talking to his own son and talking about what his dad, King David, said to him. Your heart must hold on to my words, keep my commands, and live. Get wisdom, get understanding. Don't forget or turn away from the words of my mouth. Don't abandon wisdom, and she will watch over you. Love her, and she will guard you. You know, King David clearly said this to Solomon. Pay attention, listen. Number one, so you understand the realm in which this is being said to Solomon, David was a king of Israel. One of the requirements of being a king of Israel was to write the law for themselves and read it every day. David would have made Solomon do the same thing. They were to write the entirety of the law out and read it for themselves every day. They needed to write it out so they had their own personal copy of what Moses had shared with the Israelites. So, first and foremost, he taught me, your heart must hold on to my words, keep my commands, and live. I know a big part of that is holding on to the law, the Bible that they had. But it's more than that. He reminded Solomon that wisdom was the most important thing that he could possibly get. Wisdom and knowledge were necessary to rule well. So when Solomon had the opportunity for God to come to him and say, Solomon, I'm pleased. I will give you anything you ask for. That's a phrase that a king gives when he's really happy with someone. Often they would put a limit on it, though, up to half my kingdom or something to that. God didn't even do that. He came to Solomon and said, I will give you anything you ask for. Just ask. Solomon could have asked for the greatest wealth ever. He could have asked for all his enemies of Israel to be destroyed. He could have asked for 10,000 wives. He could have asked for anything. In 2 Chronicles chapter 1, we find out that Solomon remembers his dad's words to him. He said, God, there are so many Israelites, and I am so young. What I need more than anything is great wisdom to be able to rule them well, care for your people. God told him, wow, because you asked for the right thing, I'm going to give you that. You're going to have it more than anyone now or ever. More than that, I will give you more wealth than anyone now or ever, and I will put your enemies under you. I will give you everything you could have asked for, but didn't, because you asked for the right thing. Solomon remembered what his dad had taught him. Solomon is reminding you and I what we should be asking for. In the New Testament, we're told that if we lack wisdom, all we have to do is ask, and God is pleased to give it to us. Isn't it amazing that the New Testament, you read things like that, you hear it, and you think, yeah, that's really cool. And yet, it matches up with things that God already did in the Old Testament. It's a powerful thought, isn't it? We need to be asking for wisdom and knowledge with expectation that He wants to give it to us. But then we need to take that and use it in the right way. Something to think about today. Solomon remembered the words of his dad. He passed it on to his own children. But he used it in the right way, at the right time, for the right reason. How about that for you and I? I love y'all. Hope you have a great day. God bless.